Okay, so hi everyone, welcome to Tableau Sandbox 2.0, and we have all these mentees, and also today we have Rob, who's going to take our second session on leveraging Tableau. So Rob is a specialist BI analyst at JLL and a two-time Tableau ambassador. Also, he has 7 visits today, as well as his visualization was in top 10 in this year Iron Wiz. So huge congratulations for that, Rob. And he's also a British Awards winner, as well as Alteryx Advanced Certifier and Innovator. And today he's going to talk about how you can actually leverage Tableau Public, because you most of you already have profile there, but still how you can actually take the best out of it. So he's also coming with from Tableau Public team. So there we go. Thank you so much, Rob, for doing this session with us.
No problem. Nice to meet everyone. Want me to share now? All good?
Yeah, that's good. No, I'm going to also just talk a bit about after you're done. So don't just leave just when Rob is done, because I'm just going to talk a bit about the e-learning platform, just show you a bit around there if you haven't checked it out, and also give a reminder that Rob tomorrow at the Data Plus Maps user group that I'm co-leading is presenting his top 10 viz from the Iron Viz as well, on top of others. So I'll share a link with that as well.
Brilliant. Yeah, looking forward to that one. Well, yeah, nice to meet everyone. So yeah, I'm here to talk to you about leveraging Tableau Public effectively. I'll jump to what we're going to go through, and then so I'm going to do a quick introduction on myself, explain what Tableau Public is, how to get started. We'll go through some of the features on Tableau Public, like Viz of the Day, how to use it as a development resource, all the other things on there. Then quick shout out for some of the Tableau Public user groups, the ambassadors and visionaries, great resource, and then some of the communities and initiatives. So I had my welcome, but yeah, here's the stats on me again. So yeah, I've been using Tableau for about 10 years. I have been on Tableau Public for 7 years, but to be honest, I created a profile, didn't do a lot for the first few, and then it's only really the last 3.5, 4 years I've really been creating stuff, building vizzes, getting my stuff out there, trying to be more in the community. As a result, yeah, I've got 7 Viz of the Days. I got in the top 10 of the Iron Viz this year, which is great. I've been a 2 times Tableau ambassador, and I, as I said, co-lead the Tableau Public user group, which is a great one of the user groups. There's loads out there, but I particularly like that one because I love doing stuff on Tableau Public, and you get to see some great stuff on there. So yeah, I'm based in York in the UK. I've got a wife and 11-year-old son and a very noisy dog who sat by me. So if he starts barking, I apologize. Okay, so what is Tableau Public? Their strapline. It's a free platform to explore, create, share data visualizations, and connect with data analysts worldwide. And to be honest, it is exactly what it says on the tin. It's such a fantastic resource to go and put your stuff out there, learn from other people, explore what other people are doing, get inspiration. Yeah, there's so much good stuff on there. I think it's like Tor said, you've all signed up. So that is the first biggest step. But if you haven't, just go to this link. I can share this afterwards if you need the links. But yeah, go on there, get signed up. So what do you want to do? First of all, you want to sign up straight away. Get signed up. Even if you're not ready to put stuff on there, get an account built, because that's where you can start learning from others. There's loads of sections to browse, but Viz of the Day is a great section. There's some really cool stuff on there. There's a lot of work-based stuff. There's a lot of personal-based stuff, but a real good variety of different types of visualizations you can learn from. You want to start following lots of authors as well. The more people you follow, the more stuff will appear in your feed. And it's a great way to interact with other people, see what they're doing. So yeah, get following people, particularly the ambassadors and visionaries. It's a great place to start. They're obviously, Tableau have made them ambassadors and visionaries because they're out there leading the way, doing new stuff, trying to build up the community. Then next step, if you've not already, create a viz, get anything on there, just get something built, get it published. And I always say, as you build more and more, put more and more things on there, keep everything you've built. It's a great way, especially if you're looking for employment or trying to move jobs. It's a great way to showcase what you can do, but also if you've got your original vizzes on there, you can show how you've learned and how you've upskilled yourself. And I know employers generally like to look for that kind of stuff. They want to see how people progress and what they've done to get better. So yeah, get everything on there, keep it on there, don't remove anything. You can also download a free version of Tableau Public from there. And it's got most of the capabilities of your full Tableau desktop, but there's a few restrictions on data sources and how they refresh and things like that. But yeah, start publishing. It's the best way to learn and grow. So we'll jump over to Tableau Public and actually have a proper look at everything that's on there. Okay, so if you're not logged in or not signed up, you'll be greeted with this page. Right at the start, you can see you can start searching for things. It's a really good way to, people put a lot of tags in their vizzes, so you can search for sport, movies, anything you're interested in, and that will help find things that will give you ideas. At the top, you've got the ability to download that free edition I was mentioning, so you can download that so you can use it and put things on here. You've also got lots of learning resources up here as well. So you've got how-to videos, you've got community resources, and then there's a blog and frequently asked questions as well. So it's worth checking out all these different things while you're exploring. I'm just going to sign in because when you sign in, you get a few more functions and features on the desktop. Okay. They've got this new pop-up window, which I know they're adding things to. I don't use it that much, but you can close it or open it using this light bulb. It is a good way to see what's trending currently and see what's going on. And as you see, when you hover over different vizzes, you can get the user, and you can, my mouse catches up. Yep, you can start following them, view their profile, see what they've done, things like that. So it's a good way to see who's doing what. But let's start looking at all the different things you've got on here. So like I said, and the one they feature the most right at the top is the Viz of the Day section. And what you'll see what the current Viz of the Day is. So I think this is just updated for today. And it gives you an overview of who it is and why they've been given that Viz of the Day, what it's about. But if you want to start looking at all the historical ones, you can go into it and start scrolling through all the ones that have been on there. So there's like you can see, there's a mix of business style dashboards, there's more fun personal dashboards, but there's a lot of inspiration that can be gained from here. And all of these you can give reactions to, or you can favorite, and we'll come back to why favorites are good in a bit. So yeah, that's the Viz of the Day section. There's definitely recommend browsing through that, checking out what's on there, and sort of interacting with the stuff. So what else do we have on here? So we've also got, like I said, we've got different sections about the ambassadors and visionaries. I know they're changing this panel regularly. It used to be the America's ambassadors. Now it's currently the Europe and Middle East. Again, this allows you to interact with these people. You can start following them, view their profiles, check out their vizzes. I know this is a changing banner, but again, if you want to see everyone else that's currently an ambassador in Europe and Middle East, you can just click on the see all, and that will bring everything up for you. As you can see, I'm following all of them. I definitely recommend going through, just follow everyone in these sections because they've got some great stuff on there, and that will then bring up the next section for you, which will become better. So it's the From Your Network. So this panel, it's great because it starts to show you vizzes and reactions, all to do with people you're following. So whether they're interacting with something or someone's interacting with their viz, you can start to see who's liking what, who's reacting to what. But this is a great feed, and I check this out every day because you actually come across, the more people you follow, you come across more stuff on here that you might never look at normally, and you see different ways people are building different things. So this network thing all comes down to how many people you actually follow. So yeah, start following people and you'll see lots of different varieties of things in there. You also have the trending section. I'll be honest, I've got no idea how the algorithm works for this. I think it's something in the back end Tableau do, and it's changing regularly, but it shows the trending vizzes, whatever they are, whatever that is worked out by. But yeah, again, you can see some great stuff in here, and again, get some inspiration of anything you might want to build. Further down, they start to do a bit more detailed things of different areas they're focusing on. So that this one's currently IM Viz. You've got your Hall of Fame Visionary section, your Tableau visionaries, and then there's a section about the IronVis finalists. So they're focusing on that with the conference coming up soon. And then once you get below that, you start to get into the different sort of categories of visualization. So they've got a section for maps, one for education, environment, etc., etc. They've broken these down into specific things they wanted to focus on and give you visibility of at a quick glance view. So that's kind of what the homepage does. It allows you to really start to look at stuff, interact with things, and see more bits. But I guess the real power comes when you sort of set up your profile. You can start to do more and more bits within this. So obviously it's a great way if you set this up, you want to put lots of information about yourself, you want to sell yourself, especially if you're looking for work, things like that. You can put all your contacts on, people can get in touch with you. But this is where you can look at everything you've favorited or the people you're following or the followers. But as I mentioned, when you are going through any of these vises, if you want to favorite it, you can click on the little star and that will add it to your favorites. And if I come across anything I'm slightly interested in, even if I've not got a chance to look at it at the time, I'll definitely favorite it because it's so easy to come back to your favorite section and then scroll through these, find whatever it was you want to do at the time. Someone might produce a chart that you're interested in or a visualization. You think, oh, I might want to do something with that later. You can come back to it, find it on here and work out how to do it. And the beauty of it is any of these visualizations, well, not any, the majority of visualizations on Tableau, most users make downloadable. I know there are certain ones that don't, but you can go into any visualization. You can have a play with it, interact with it. But at the top here, you can then download the workbook yourself. So I can go in, download this workbook from Ant. Just let that download. Give it a second to open on my laptop. Should have pre-downloaded it. Here we go. Okay, so I've now been able to download Ant's workbook. I've got it on my desktop. It then allows me to then go into this and start to either reverse engineer things or try and understand how he's done certain things. So I can open up all these sheets, and then I can go through, try and understand what he's done, look at some of the calculations, work out his logic. But it's a really powerful tool for developing your skills, being able to open up someone else's work, understand what they've done, why they've done it, and then also get yourself those ideas of, oh, I want to build something like this. I know this person's done it. I can go use their logic, tweak it to how I want to do it, and yeah, so train yourself to be better at using Tableau. There is also a functionality that is fairly new, but there's this ask me about my viz. So again, if you've gone into someone's work, you like it, you've tried to look at it yourself and maybe don't quite understand something, if the user's made this functionality available, you can click on this and it will allow you to send them, I think it goes via email, you send them a question about the viz, and I'm assuming if they've made this option available, you have to choose it to be available. They'll be more than happy to answer questions. But in my 4 years, I've obviously grown a lot, and a lot of that comes down to speaking to other community members. I found pretty much everyone I've reached out to has always been open and helpful with giving me advice or explaining how things have been done, stuff like that. So the biggest tip I can give is follow people and don't be afraid to reach out to anyone if you want help or advice on how they've done something in something you've seen. Okay, what else? So yeah, just go back to the search functionality. So yeah, if you also, like say, you want to search for specific things, you can type anything in. It will then either search by vises or authors. So if you're looking for a person, you can put their name in and it will come up with things. But yeah, again, if you're interested in movies, you can go in. It will sort it by relevance, or you can change it to how recent it was, things like that. But again, a great way to get inspiration if you're looking to build something or work out different ways to do something. So yeah, biggest tips: sign up, get yourself an account, go and follow some of the key people to start with. Start exploring Tableau Public, seeing what comes up on there, finding different vizzes that interest you. Learn from them, reach out to the people if you want to, but start creating stuff of your own. Put it into your profile, start building that up, creating new and different things to show your progression and what you've learned. Okay, so go back to the profile. So yeah, that's kind of what we've covered. It's such a great tool. There's so much on there. It basically, you can't go wrong by getting started and getting involved. So as I mentioned, there's lots of user groups. The one I'm co-lead is the Tableau Public user group. This one is solely around, we look at Biz of the Days on Tableau Public. So every month we hold a virtual meetup. We get a good crowd every time. Everyone interacts really well. But what we do is we have one featured author where they speak about their experience with Tableau, maybe how they've got to where they are, what they've learned, or something to do with their role, what they've done. And so it's really interesting to find out and understand how people have got to where they are. And then we also showcase 2 Viz of the Day authors. And so what we do is we go through who's been getting Viz of the Days. We find either stuff we're interested in or we think the community will be interested in. And those authors come on and they have about 20 to 30 minutes where they talk through their Viz, all their thoughts behind it, why they designed it like they did. Sometimes we go deeper into the technical side and they'll explain how they've built a radial chart or something crazy on there and sort of teach the community how to do those things. We also have a swag draw every week. There's lots of questions and lots of interactions between the attendees on the chat. So yeah, it's a really fun, interactive user group. I definitely recommend coming along. We're a nice bunch and we're always open to sharing the knowledge with new people. There are lots of other user groups out there, like Tor mentioned. There's Data Plus Maps, and yeah, there's pretty much everything you can think of. And they can all be found on the Tableau user groups web link. As I mentioned, there's you've got a lot of ambassadors and visionaries within the community. And again, there's links to both sets of these people. These are the people that have been working not necessarily a long time with Tableau, but they've shown passion, they've shown enthusiasm, they've got involved with the community. They like to share knowledge and resources. Some have web hosting, they do videos. There's all sorts of different things all these different people do. Their blogs, training. But these are the people that sort of seem to be leading the way, trying to inspire everyone. And like I said, they're a great bunch of people. Everyone's doing different things, but really friendly, really open. I remember when I started, I was a bit intimidated by some of these big names out there. You see these people doing these amazing things. And then you reach out to them and you realize they're just normal people like we all are, and they want everyone else to learn and do better. So yeah, reach out to all of those, follow them on public, and yeah, interact with them if you can. Next up, community initiatives. There's loads of these within the Tableau world, and a lot of these can be found on Tableau Public. You get a lot of people posting challenges from these areas. These are just a snapshot. Again, if you go to the links on there, you'll be able to see everything available, but there's pretty much something for everyone. You've got sports, you've got back to Viz basics, you've got games night, music, maps, all sorts on there that people are teaching, sharing knowledge, helping you learn and get better at these different areas. And especially the back to Viz basics one, that's a great one where they really focus on sort of small individual skill sets, and they sort of teach you how to do it better, and then they ask you to interact back and create something on that basis. So yeah, that's it. That's kind of my sort of rundown of Tableau Public, why it's changed my sort of outlook on Tableau and my work as well. I've got jobs through it, so I've promoted myself through it and managed to move up in my career through posting on Tableau Public. It's a great thing to put on your CV if you're looking for jobs as well, because it's like a virtual showcase of what you can and can't do. But I think the biggest thing I take away from it is how friendly everyone has been with me, how many contacts I've made, how many friends I've made now through the Tableau community, people I can reach out to, ask questions. And even especially this year, my new project is collaborations. So I've been I'm trying to do a collaboration every month this year with one of the data farm, and it's so much fun interacting with someone else and seeing how they work. So yeah, get involved, join Tableau Public, start posting vizzes, and speak to people. Anyone got any questions?
I got some praise here. Huge fan of your paper planes, Viz.
Thank you. I actually did that one with my son. So yeah, it was a lot of fun getting a 10-year-old throwing planes and measuring them and making dashboards. So yeah.
Yeah, it's important to get people involved into the data early. I remember when my kids came home and then they were drawing bar charts, and I said, come on, let's put this into a sheet. Let's connect it to Tableau, and then we can create vizzes. And like, ooh, this was so much more fun.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
They couldn't take that back to school, so we had to print it. But still, it was way better than all the other students or kids.
Yeah, mine came home talking about pie charts that they'd learned at school this week, and I just shook my head at him and said no.
Hi, Rob. Can I have a question? As you share that we can get the inspirations from the viz from other authors. So is it okay for us to get inspiration, replicate and do the same viz and then publish it in LinkedIn, something like that?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, that's a good point. Actually, let me just share again and just point something out. So, people are more than happy for you to replicate their work and talk about it. What you've got, and let me just find one. I probably don't have it in this one, but there is a section at the bottom here where if you edit it, you can add an inspiration. So if you do basically take someone else's work, and if you're replicating it or just using parts of it, sort of the etiquette and the right thing to do is you put a copy of their visualization link in there. And then that's kind of a shout out to them saying, I've created this viz, it's not all my own work, but this person's inspired me to do it. And yeah, you're referencing that it's not fully your own work, but it's absolutely fine to borrow and share work as long as you are honest about where it's come from. Definitely.
Yes. Thank you.
Yeah,
New users, it's very hard to get their inspiration or don't know where to start.
Yeah, but that's a good point. But as Rob said, you can steal like an artist, but always reference, because there's been people who have just, well, they haven't even recreated it. So of course you don't learn anything. Just download and then you republish in your own name, and then kind of take credit for it, which is really not very nice. And you will be found out. So please do not do that. But if you download to get and try to re-engineer, or you adjust it into a new like color format or a template, or adjust some of the charts, you then list, as Rob said, this inspiration. That's a great way of learning as well.
Yeah, I mean, there's things like Workout Wednesday where you actually are replicating a challenge, so you are pretty much replicating like for like of what they've done. But even with that, you're still putting that the inspiration is who the original creator of the challenge is. But yeah, you'll definitely get caught if you just steal and don't even do anything but just repost a viz, which it just won't look good for yourself more than anything.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. So I'm interested, has anyone posted any vizzes on Tableau Public yet?
Yes, we have.
Oh, brilliant. I'll have to follow you. Have a look.
Yeah, part of the challenge to join this program is to sign up, get a data set, and then build a visualization. So on Tableau Public. So but most of you guys did already have a Tableau Public profile from before. But I also like what you said, Rob, that even though if you've been doing this for 2 years and you look back and you see these were really bad, or I didn't know about rounded corners or some parameters and stuff like that, just keep them. They won't be on the top. They will be there, and you can see yourself and other people can see how you have changed and evolved. So don't delete old stuff.
No, I think it's one of the biggest things people like to see as well is progression. It's no one's going to know everything straight away, but if you can show you've got the capability to learn and progress, I think that's a huge benefit in skill set. And then the other thing I'll always say is while you're building your Tableau Public is it builds stuff you like, you have fun with. You'll go on mine and have a look, but there's a lot of bonkers, weird stuff on there, but that's kind of my outlet for fun. I do a lot of business dashboards at work and absolutely fine. It's what I enjoy and I like doing that stuff, but you don't often get to make random circular charts or something weird like that at work. So it's, yeah, have fun with it. And especially if you can find a topic that interests you, just get the data on it and build something on it. Okay, just seeing a question. How do you organize your views? So, yeah, let me share again. So there's two different ways. There's sort of when you set up a Tableau Public, it just does it. Is that sharing?
Yeah, sharing now.
Yeah. It does it automatically by date. So it puts them in date order, but they recently, I think maybe a year ago, maybe not even that, they introduced this new organize your vizzes option. So you can click on this now and you can create, I think it gives you a recent and another as standard, but you can create anything you want as a category. And then once you've done that, you can go through your vizzes. I mean, if you've got loads on there, it takes a while, but if you start off early and get some categories, you can then click on your actions. And within this section here, you can add it to different categories, click apply, and then that obviously will move the viz to whichever category it is. Yeah, it comes down to obviously personal choice of how you want to choose these categories, but yeah, you can make as many or as few as you want, but it's quite nice. I did it because I just to organize my stuff into different sections of all the different things. I've got templates and things like that, but yeah, it's up to you. You can leave it in the normal date sorted order or create these categories to keep it nice and organized.
Yeah, the reason I asked that question is because I'm trying to put my personal projects into one folder and then business dashboards, which I will present to the recruiter in one folder, or maybe hide the visualizations that are still in progress.
Yeah, so there's also a setting on there. I think it's in your profile. So you can do it. Yeah, I think it's in your profile settings. Let me have a look. There's an option too. Where is it?
Yeah, you can hide a separate viz on its own, or all of them, and then when you log in, you have your favorites, you have followers, and then you have a hidden section as well.
Yeah. So when you upload a viz,
yeah.
So you can get it. So when you upload a viz, it goes into hidden, and then until you move it out of there, it doesn't become public. So it's quite a good setting to have as standard. So as you're putting stuff on there, it keeps it hidden until you're happy with it. And again, it's a big call out. If you're building in Tableau Desktop, and then you put something on Tableau Public, just always double check it looks how you expect it to look. There's some fairly key rendering differences between public and desktop, which can completely throw out a visualization that you've got perfect on desktop, you upload it and it doesn't quite fit right or something like that. So yeah, if you set that setting to put your things in hidden as standard, and then you just move them to visible once you're ready, and then like I say, put them in the categories. You can order the categories how you want, so you could have your business stuff at the top and then your personal projects further down.
And one thing about the hidden ones, you can still have them hidden. You can copy the URL and you can share it with people who you want to have a look at it. So it's not like hidden. It's it's hidden for the public unless you find the URL. But I've done that with some personal projects where we play a dice game with the family, and I put the results in a Google Sheet every time we play, and then I refresh that, and then people can go in and see that I have won the most, and my brother is losing.
Yeah, you're right. It's a great way to actually interact with people as well. You can get feedback on your viz, and they can give you feedback before you fully release it to the world, or keep it hidden so people don't know you're a dice shark. Yeah.
And for the viz descriptions, can you advise which hashtags or how can we write on the description?
I think it comes down to personal preference and what the viz is about. I think there's a limited amount of characters, so you can't write too much, but it's good to just put a few bits about what you've done, what it's about, whether it's like say movies, sport, map layers, parameters, whatever kind of the key bits are, just get them involved, and it'll just help with the search as well if people are searching for things. But yeah, it's more preference of what you want to put.
Okay. I just thought that based on the hashtag, so the correct hashtag would have more viewers on the V's, but I'm not sure if it's correct or not.
I'm not sure, to be honest. I don't know how much it impacts the viewers. I think it just helps people when they're searching for things. Like I say, the more people you follow and will start following you back, you get a lot of reciprocal. The more followers you get, the more viewers, things like that. But the best way to do that is post things, be brave, and obviously shout about it on social medias or LinkedIn or wherever you want to. Just talking about what you've done, why you've done it. That'll get people looking at different things.
Okay, yeah, that's great. And one more thing about searching the V's on the Tableau Public. Can you show again? Because I have an issue before, like when I type a subject like movies, but when I change to number of the views rather than the relevant, it show the top views from different topics, not in the movies.
Yeah, so well, I don't need to show it to explain. Yeah, I think it's just the way Tableau does its algorithms. I think you can either does it searches by the whatever you put and gives you the most relevant. But then I think once you start going to most recent and visits, I think the search falls off a little bit of how accurate it is. Yeah.
Okay.
There's a question from Tomewa as well. Could you check that? Or I can read it for you, but I guess you can find it, Rob.
Yeah, I found it. Sorry, I had that hidden. Wireframe. Yeah, I'm a bit of a random. I like to just I normally come up with an idea either in my head or something I want to do, and just start chucking things into Tableau and seeing what I can create. But then when I get a bit more serious about it, I'll often use Canva and Figma to help me with sort of design ideas, maybe whether it's background sort of imagery or trying to lay things out. But yeah, I'm not a massive wireframer when it comes to my personal stuff. I like to just go for it, see what happens, see what I build. And that's normally where a lot of my inspiration comes from as well. I'll start creating something and either realize that it doesn't look anything like I expected it to look, or actually turns out brilliant. I'm like, oh, that's exactly what I want. But yeah, I just like getting in. I like building more than wireframing. I find even at work, I find that a bit boring where you have to plan out what you're going to do.
Not even pen and paper, like scribbling it out.
A few times I have, and like that paper airplanes one, like my son drew what he wanted us to build. That's why it ended up like that. So there's been a couple of times. Yeah, I've got a notebook next to me. Often when I'm doing more the complex stuff like radials or arcs and things like that, I have to try and work out the math logic more than anything. But yeah, I like getting straight in there.
Nice.
I like going into the Tableau public and downloading data, the dashboards, only to see how they frame the containers, how they position them.
Yeah, there's always a big battle between people who float and people who use containers, but I think they're both like useful for different things depending on what you're trying to do. Once containers are a bit of a pig to learn, because if you get it wrong, it goes drastically wrong. But once you've worked out that how to set up your containers and put blank spaces in to keep it where it needs to be and worked out the best way to do it, it's one of the cleanest ways to get everything laid out nicely and be able to adjust it quickly. Yeah, it's just that pain of understanding what goes wrong when you put something in what you thought was the right place and it decides to put it in a whole different tiled container somewhere.
Are you team tiled or team floating?
I always used to be tiled, but recently I've been doing a lot of floating as well because it's easier to float random things on my visits when I can't put that on anywhere. Although a lot recently, I've been trying to make everything in map layers, so I've been doing a lot of trying to get it all in one sheet kind of thing. So that's opened up a new world.
Hi. I also have several small questions. You've already mentioned something about it, but anyway, I noticed that when you publish a dashboard, the colors change a little. They become slightly paler and less bright. Yep, and I don't know if it common problem or I can solve in a personal way. And the second problem that's not problem is that I noticed when you create filters with frames, for instance, and also you create a button with a button download. And when you download in JPEG format, you get the picture without frames. And I don't know why.
No, I think they're both. Well, the first one, I think it's just the rendering of Tableau Public. It's obviously slightly different to what you build on desktop. I think it's just due to there's probably some restrictions or things. It's the same way you can only use certain fonts on Tableau Public when you publish up. Obviously, they offer you lots when you're building it, but if you publish up, it depends on the web browser you're using, what fonts are available. And then, yes, the filter thing is really annoying when you publish it up and the box disappears because it just leaves a little bit of text floating. I can only assume it's a rendering issue based on Tableau Public.
Yeah, but it's not only public, it's
Okay.
also on cloud and on server.
Yeah.
I have some clients that, oh, this is perfect. Look at this beautiful area chart. And then they publish it. And then you see all kinds of stripes in there that they didn't add any stripes. No, it's just, unfortunately, it's just a rendering.
Yeah. I think it does similar things when you start using web URLs as imagery and things like that as well. They can, when you download the image, they sometimes disappear. So, yeah, it's the download image can be a bit temperamental.
Okay, thank you.
But also when it comes to download image now, or the dashboard as an image now, Tableau support SVG, isn't it? So you can get really pixel perfect, zoomable pictures from your dashboards.
Yeah.
Fatima?
Hello. Hi, Rob.
Hi.
So, Rob, my question is, let's say you're hiring for somebody, and as a hiring manager, when you look at a Tableau public profile, what are the key things that would probably attract you, or what do you look for exactly?
So I've been in my new role 2 years, but before that I was leading a team and we were hiring for people and we got a lot of applications. And I'll be honest, because we were looking for Tableau developers and some data engineering stuff as well, but because there were so many, I kept mainly the ones that had a Tableau public link on their CV, because to me that shows it's not just about whether people can do the stuff, it shows the willingness to learn and engage and get better. You can always teach people things, but if they've not got that willingness to learn, it's very hard to make people better. But with regards to the Tableau public, just having one and having vizzes, different types of vizzes on there, for me, if I was hiring, that's what I would look for. I'd look for someone who is interested, engaged, shows progression, depending on how long it's been. But yeah, it's that passion for wanting to do it more than anything. If someone's got the passion, you can teach them anything, I think.
Thank you.
And then if you haven't signed up already, I'm putting that into the chat. That's the Data Plus Maps user group, Iron Wish special edition, where we have Rob presenting, we have Wenbin presenting, and also Dennis Cow presenting. So three of the 100 and something submissions, but we try to look at, since we're really focused on maps, obviously in that user group, we looked at the ones that we liked that had the best maps in there. And then hopefully Rob can tell us why he put those maps in there. And
go prepare for that one after this.
Is there any other questions for Rob while we have him? We paid for him for an hour, so if he
It's not a question, but Rob, I don't know if everyone in our team knows about the Hire Me button. So maybe if you could talk about it, probably it'll be helpful.
Yeah, so again, as one of the options on your user settings, you can make the Hire Me. It's not. Oh, it's in that different bit.
See on your profile, you can be hired, Rob.
I can always be bought. Yeah.
Don't you have a job?
But yeah, within your I'll go back a step. Within your oh man, been all over the place. So within your profile, when you're signed in, you can edit your profile. Obviously, you can put lots of different links and things in here. But yeah, this is the bit where you can display a Hire Me button, or they ask me about my viz, and that just allows people, if they're interested, to contact you. But I don't know how often it happens. If I'm honest, it's not something. I mean, I've not been looking, so or open to it. But yeah, people can then click on that. They get in touch with you, and then yeah, you can have conversation from there again. But yeah, I don't know how many people use it or not, but it's good to have there if you're interested.
Thank you. And actually, Rob, it helps. Like, I've actually gotten a contract role out of it once, and it was a pretty good gig. So,
yeah. Good, nice.
Any other questions? Or if not, then we can leave Rob, go out and send out some paper airplanes again and get ready for Data plus Maps tomorrow.
Exactly. Yeah. Do my homework. No, as well. Thank you very much for having me. Hopefully, giving you a good overview of Tableau Public and the benefits I've gained from it. It really has excelled my career and allowed me to meet and interact with a lot of different people just by having stuff on there. But yeah, thank you very much for having me, everyone.
Yeah, and then the challenge now would be to this group that one of them, at the minimum, get a viz of the day and get invited to talk at the Tableau Public TUG. That would be amazing.
Yeah, definitely. And even if you want to aspire to be an ambassador or something like that, like I say, I've only really been active in the community 3.5, 4 years, and I managed to, just by being active, sharing things, become an ambassador after 2 years. So it's all achievable if you want to do it.
Yeah, the previous/first cohort we ever did in this program that ended with 2 new ambassadors. So
nice.
That's why people have signed up here, I guess. I don't know. Maybe that's the reason.
Well, learning from the best as well. So, yeah.
Perfect. Thank you, Rob.
No worries. Thank you very much, all.
See you tomorrow then.
Yeah, see you later. Have a good rest of your session. Cheers.
Cheers. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
And then I'll just quickly, since last time I had to leave a bit early because I thought it would just last an hour and 15 minutes or so, and you were doing it for, what was it, 1 hour 45 minutes?
Yes. That session was crazy.
So we're gonna try to not do that today then, but you can see my screen, right?
Yeah.
And this is the e-learning that Tableau generously have given you all access to. So you have received, of course, the link and the code that you can apply in here. So you sign in, and then you can activate your activate that code if you haven't done that yet. And previously we've done it a bit differently. So this year we're not doing it the same way. We're also evolving and learning, right, and see how people would like to use this e-learning, and of course the mentors and those projects that we're doing. And also, I think that the cohort this year is a bit more experienced than the one or most of the ones we had last year. But in here, when you connect to this, there is a couple of these. You can get ready for a data analyst exam if you want to do that one. So there's a specific accessing this e-learning content and other stuff. So just follow along that one. But you have all of these different learning paths. Again, depending on what are you interested in learning about, right? So one thing, of course, as a desktop user, a hands-on doer, you can be a consumer, an author, a designer, for example, or even then an analyst like this. So if you go into any of these badges or learning paths, you will see that you have multiple sections that you can go through. And of course, a lot of these same sections will be similar to, or some of these are cross-referencing or being used in several of these. So as Rob said, if you would like to be a community leader, for example, then you can also go through this one. So when you do all of these, when you finish these and do these questions in the end, you can take them as many times as you want. Then you will get a badge, very shiny badge of community leader or data scientist that you can then add to your profile. It's on Creedly, I think it's called, if I'm not mistaken. Then you can put all your badges in there. And if you, in the future, also become a visionary or an ambassador, you get the badges in one place. So again, something that you can boast with your skills. So these are different parts. And then you have the actual courses down here. It's fundamentals, intermediate, advanced, and prep. Prep is for the ETL, or the shaping and cleaning and molding your data. So if you feel that, if you go to the fundamentals, for example, and you feel that you look at this curriculum and see that, well, I know everything about this, so just skip it. Don't do that. You don't have to. The benefit is, of course, that you get some repetition. You will then see some videos. You will do some exercises and stuff like that, and it will be part of those badges. So if you do them, even though some of them are maybe very easy for you, still do them so you can get those badges on those learning paths. So there's 4 of those courses that you can go through as well. All of this is available for you for, I think it's from you when you signed in. If you already have done this and added this code you got an email from me and Prasan earlier, I think you have 1 year's, or it's available for a whole full year. So this is what Tableau has added or given to us, well, to you rather, because this is something that normally costs money. So this is one place where you can learn a lot, but also, and I think we mentioned that briefly before, and that is on Trailhead. If you haven't already signed in here and have a user, this is also where Tableau is moving a lot of its training now for the future. I think that I'm signing there eventually. See, hello, this is me. I have 50,000 points. So please, this is a challenge to all of you to get more points than me. If you already have, don't mention anything, because then I need to get more points. But you go through also in here a lot of learning paths. You can do different type of Trailblazer quests where you both get badges and you can actually win prizes, meaning swag, or I think you can even win some money in here. But in here, there's a lot of these good different type of trails. So if you search for Tableau, for example, or you search for a data analyst, there's a whole bunch of these trails. So you get some videos, you read some stuff, you get then multiple what's it called? Multiple option questions. If you score correctly on the first one, you get 100 points. If you miss and try again, you get 75, 50, 25, and so on. So the better you are in answering, the better it is. And you also have a lot of groups in here. So newbie user group, AI and Tableau, and there's more groups related to these what is it called, these Tableau user groups as well, where you can go in and see the newbie Tableau user group, for example, have almost 10,000 members. So it's a place for getting feedback or asking questions and stuff like that. And finally, just a reminder, I started last year, but now we have to continue this year on this Agent Blazer Innovator. These are, well, there's a lot of points in here, but there's a lot of modules as well. And this is more of learning the AI bits of Tableau / Salesforce, where you need to go through and create agents as well. Quite fun and engaging and frustrating and cool in all bundled together. And then when you've done this, or when you're finishing these, you actually need to, it's not just multiple choice questions, you actually have to build different type of agents as well. So this is a bit more challenging. So there's a lot of things in here that you can learn if you want to, if you're interested in going a bit above and beyond. Feel free to start using this e-learning. Feel free to use this Trailhead Academy as well to build your knowledge, get those badges on top of your Tableau portfolio. And of course, in the end, get that nice stamp when we're finished with this program. But we still have a few more months to go.
Right. And also, I'll just share my screen quickly. So a couple of you have already logged into the platform, but I can see I think a couple of you haven't. So please register. I think only these have registered yet. And I think Fatima, you were already there, but by mistake, I deleted your from here, so you need to re-register. Sorry about that. So I think let's say Elena is not here. Godfred, whoever has missed it, please do register, because once you register on the course, then you will have this window here where you can have all these videos, whatever we have done till date. So let's say if you want to refer back again, and then you will also have all the workshops that are going to be there. So all the recordings will be here for you to access at one place. So let's say in the last session, you already have that uploaded as well, and will upload all the upcoming sessions once it is done. Apart from that, if you have already seen this is part of some of the repository that we have that you can also use to learn. Let's say for order of operations, we have this session by Jim, and then we have some reading content as well. If you want to do it, it's totally optional, but there are actually good sessions. Let's say here you can have, if you haven't even had any chance with Tableau Prep, you can just do it, but we'll also have that session again. And then also you have some sessions on maps by Dennis Cow and also on Figma by Shreya. So these are already recorded from first cohort, and this is available if you want to learn through it. Apart from that, you will have the workshops. And also for the first month, basically, we'll be sending you the data set. I think most of you already must have had your conversation with your mentors. So with the problem statement, we'll share it with you, but this is only for the first month. From second month, it's most like you need to define your own problem statement and get your own data so that you can visualize an end-to-end project more. We'll get there once we'll reach to that point, and then we'll have that conversation in detail, but that's how it will look like. And then you have all these trailheads as well as e-learning. If you want to go get some badges as well, that's totally up to you. But it's a good thing. If let's say if you have some conceptual problems, and there are lots of videos and blogs as well that we'll see time to time we'll be sharing with you. So that will help you in the learning. But please do connect with your mentors. As per the frequency you have had your conversation. So that will be very helpful. Apart from that, this is something I've already shared in the group, but just to give you a bit of an overview that what all sessions will be coming. So we have done these 2 sessions now. The next section is mostly around advanced data modeling by Dan. He's also Tableau ambassador and a senior solutions architect. Then we have something using ChatGPT, AI, LLMs, and then how do you use it to solve business problems? We have then data modeling with Tableau Prep, then wireframing, functional aesthetics, and documentation. And this we recently added. Apart from Tableau, what all BI stack is there? Because in different companies, different stacks are being used, and how it is being used in sync with Tableau as one of the visualization tool. And then June onwards, we'll come to the panel mock interviews. So this is more of an overview. We might add or subtract some sessions as well. We might not subtract, but most probably will add as well. And this is also to give you an idea that if you think any other session should also be included, let us know. If there is any specific session that will be helpful and you think that should be there, then we can plan it. Okay, so let us know on that. That's why we have defined this roadmap so that with months you can have your knowledge not just in one direction, but altogether you should have a T-shaped scale. And yes, as Tori also mentioned, that if you want to speak, let us know. There are lots of opportunities out there. If most of you have already built dashboards, so it's a good way to speak about your dashboards, whatever you have done. Okay, so yes, any questions? And I'll share the link again to the course so that if you haven't registered, please do it because it will be helpful for you just in case if you miss the sessions or even if you want to go back.
Not a question, but just something that I've been working on. I've been working on an insurance dashboard. I created my own data set, created problem statement, and then I'm working towards solving. I have about 4 questions that I want to answer using the dashboard. So I'm working on it.
Okay, that's good.
And Prasan, you have to look at my messages because I already posted that link, but you know.
Okay, sorry.
So if people don't sign up now, then we have a problem.
Yeah, because actually I have to remove the access button so that not anyone can join. Right now it is public. And actually, we had some members who are not part of the program also join, so I had to remove them. So please do join so that I can close the registration actually for the course. That will help me out. Okay, no, so I think we're good. We'll reach out again in terms of the next session that we have planned. That is on 9th of
April
April.
9th.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, so thank you so much, guys, and thank you so much for being interactive again, and good luck.
On time as well.
Yes.
See you next time and enjoy your talks with the mentors till we meet again.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Just a second.
Prasan, I'll just
Bye.
hang back for a second.
Yeah.
Or did you have a question, Fatima?
Yeah, so I was trying to log in again, and it seems like currently I only have access to Nebula 2.0.
You will need to just go to that link that I've shared in the chat.
Mhm.
So that you should find that button for register.
Yeah, but it seems like I mean it's saying that I've already used the free plan for this course once.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me check. Let me check. I think this should be something.
Is this a general problem for people, or is it just for you? You have, because you have been there before, right? Or you had a user or something.
I had enrolled before, like when you shared the links, I had enrolled, but yeah.
I think I removed her, and then I think there should be a setting. So let me just check that.
So for the rest of you, if you already have access, you're free to leave now. We're not going to be sharing anything else than just trying to get people enrolled. But if you're trying to enroll and you have the same issue, then Prasan is the guy. Well, he's the guy who's messing up, so hopefully he can also fix it.
Yeah, can you try it again now, Fatima?
Yeah, sure.
And I'll stop the recording as well.